Coming up, a new lawsuit in the ongoing Fiji fraternity sexual assault case. And later, named after a historic Iowa City landmark, a new restaurant opens its doors.
Iowa football looking for redemption this weekend against the Clones.
It looks like we've beat this Iowa City heat wave. I'll tell you more in weather.
All that and more coming up on this Wednesday morning edition of DITV News.
Don't go anywhere. DITV News starts right now.
Good morning and thank you for tuning in live to DITV and KRUI 89.7 FM.
I'm AJ Reister.
And I'm Johnny Valtman. University of Iowa fraternity Phi Gamma Delta, or Fiji's former member, Jacob Malone, recently filed a lawsuit accusing 24 people of libel and slander. Malone is a co-defendant in the sexual assault case against the fraternity. The lawsuit claims that Malone had no involvement in the reported sexual assault. The case against the fraternity has seen continuous media coverage and prompted the defendant to request the trial not to occur in Johnson County. The trial is now set to take place in Tama County, November 2024. And for the first time in a few weeks, AJ, I'm not overheating in this suit.
It sure has been nice now that it's not blazing hot.
Now, Samantha is live outside, and she'll tell us what's going on with the weather for the rest of the week.
Well, guys, that's great to hear, and I'm happy to say that we've beat the heat wave. And don't get me wrong, I love summer, but that was nothing short of the Campus Rec Center sauna. I'm live outside currently, and it's 64 degrees with clouds to be expected all day, and we might even get some rain. Tonight's temps will hit 58 degrees with some clouds staying around all day, and tomorrow doesn't change much with the clouds burning off into the afternoon. As the weekend approaches, Friday will be sunny with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 51. Saturday will be our hottest day this week with highs in the upper 80s and lows in the 50s. And Sunday stays in the 80s all day long, but clouds are to be expected again. And I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Samantha. And coming up this weekend, former President Donald Trump will be attending the Iowa State football game in Ames on Saturday. Trump and fellow Republican candidates last visited the state during the Iowa State Fair last month in Des Moines. Also attending this weekend's game will be Vivek Ramaswamy and Asa Hutchinson. More candidates will be in the area prior to the game at an event in Nevada, Iowa, including Perry Johnson, Doug Burgum, and Will Hurd. Ron DeSantis, Tim Scott, and Larry Elder are still pending guests. And ahead of the Cy-Hawk game, both universities are dealing with student-athlete gambling controversies. Daily Iowan pregame reporter Cooper Worth is live in the newsroom with the latest from both sides. Cooper, what's the latest on the Iowa sports gambling investigation?
Hi, Johnny. Well, I'm going to take you back to May when the Iowa Racing and Gaming Association first launched an investigation into student-athletes at both universities regarding online sports betting. The investigation identified over 100 individuals involved in UI athletics, including 26 student athletes from various sports. Iowa State University also saw 15 of their own student athletes be charged or being identified in numerous sports. In August, charges were filed against several student athletes at the University of Iowa, including 2 student managers from athletic programs who also faced charges. These violations can lead to student permanent ineligibility from NCAA violations and a 2-year prison sentence.
And Cooper, why are Iowa and Iowa State seemingly the only universities under investigation?
Right. Well, as mentioned, the investigation was led by the Iowa Racing and Gaming Association, who initiated the investigation and alerted the schools of their findings. And it's worth noting that other universities may face similar consequences or if their respective gaming associations uncovered similar stuff related to sports betting and online gambling. Back to you, Johnny.
Thank you, Cooper. And now to introduce Suicide Prevention Month, Big Grove Brewery hosted Community Crisis Services Harmonies for Hope event. The event featured local musicians as well as guest speakers detailing their experiences with suicide, all to raise awareness for suicide prevention.
If you something to help them get through the next minute, the next hour, the next day. All you have to do is listen, be supportive, and let them know that they are seen, they are important, and they can get through this day and make it to the next. Anybody can do that.
Community Crisis Services is working to normalize mental health concerns by spreading awareness for the number 988, a suicide and crisis lifeline, and other ways to support each other. This week celebrates Black Excellence Week at the University of Iowa. On-campus events are organized all week long with the Afro-American Cultural Center. Activities scheduled include game night, screening of the movie His House, and a musical performance at Hancher starring Herbie Hancock. A full event schedule is available on the Iowa Division of Student Life webpage. Iowa City's Garchin Mila Buddhist Center is making a mandala in the Levitt Gallery. All week, using colored sand to make images, artists are creating a mandala which represents focus, harmony, and a connection to the artist's spirit. Visitors can come watch them work, meditate, and even create their own mandala.
This being also, something within a sphere practice or the context of Buddhist practice, the mandala is created, and then at the end of that, it's destroyed because it's made of sand. And so this is also to demonstrate both interdependence and impermanence.
Visitors can view the mandala until Friday, when it will be dissolved at 5:30. Mormon Trek Road is closed from Plainview Drive to Rowett Road and K Drive. Abbey Lane Road is also closed from Dolan Place to Mormon Trek Boulevard and Rushmore Drive. The roadways in these areas are set to open again on September 15th. More than 100 days into the Writers Guild of America strike and over 50 days since the Screen Actors Guild went on strike, Hollywood remains on hold. While the picket lines may not be here in Iowa City, the effects can still be felt, especially by current and aspiring screenwriters and filmmakers. Reporter Madison Johnson has more on how this is affecting Iowa's future filmmakers.
Here at the Antler Journalism Building, the University of Iowa houses its Department of Cinematic Arts, including its bachelor's in screenwriting.
Alumni include Scott Beck and Brian Woods, who worked on A Quiet Place, and Diablo Cody, who worked on Juno. It's successful screenwriters and filmmakers like them who are fighting to ensure the future of those who will come after them.
Many of the writers who are leading the negotiations are doing quite fine, but the reason they are trying to get these protections in place, to get fair wages, to get data from these streamers as to how many people are watching the shows, is to get a fair share of the profits from these companies, getting protections against AI encroachment into the creative fields. All these things are being done for the next generation of writers.
However, these concerns may impact the next generation's ability to concentrate on what really matters.
And you have a lot of bright minds, a lot of undergraduate students that came to this school, came to this major with the hope of being able to work in the future in that environment. And now, instead of being able to focus on their study, they're just thinking about their future. What is my future going to look like?
The writers and actors aren't the only people in the entertainment industry fighting for better conditions. VFX workers are currently looking to unionize, and the Screen Actors Guild is planning on holding a strike authorization vote for video game actors as well. From the University of Iowa, I'm Madison Johnson, DITV.
Thanks, Madison. And now we're going to switch over to a new restaurant here in Iowa City. The Black Angel hosted their official opening day last night. Located on 630 Iowa Avenue, the Black Angel offers an American and international flavored menu, as well as various craft cocktails. The old-fashioned style restaurant will also feature intimate live music on the weekends. The name was also inspired by the infamous 9-feet figure in the Iowa City's Oakland Cemetery.
Marty came up with that name because it's a landmark in Iowa City, so we were like, yeah, that's a great name. So, and then we were like, oh yeah, looking over those things is cursed, and they think that, that there's a curse on the Black Angel.
The new restaurant is now open Tuesday through Sunday. The Greenhouse, Iowa City's very own plant-themed cocktail lounge, is now celebrating their second anniversary. UI alumni-owned lounge has seen growth in community collaboration, staff, as well as a relaxing environment over their year of businesses. The local business has also been busy for organized events, both private and open for the public. And AJ, of course, with the politicians coming to Iowa this weekend, a lot of attention are going to go to them. But of course, the game that's on every Iowan's mind is the Cy-Hawk game.
The Cy-Hawk series, Johnny, always seems to have another environment around it. And this weekend, the Hawkeyes definitely have a little more motivation. A lot of the guys that were on the team last year still have that bad taste in their mouth. A lot of the guys are from Iowa. They've grown up with the Cy-Hawk series their entire lives. And a lot of the transfers are now learning about the new Cy-Hawk tradition. And they are already ready to bring home the Cy-Hawk trophy.
Especially the freshmen that aren't from Iowa. I know for me, just kind of having to learn a little bit about the rivalry. I've heard stories about people not talking to their Iowa State friends, at school and stuff. So it's a pretty cool, unique thing, and I'm excited to be a part of it now. There's an empty trophy case in our weight room right now, just kind of reminding us that it's not here. So, we say that we pay rent all throughout the year with every workout we do for those trophies, and right now we don't have the trophy, so we're trying to get that back.
I love all rivalry games, but I think it's so huge for the state. Iowa and Iowa State are playing, everyone's talking about it, so I feel like there's a magnitude there, and just really excited to get to Ames.
The rivalry is certainly stronger than ever, and the Hawkeyes are hungry for revenge. The Cy-Hawk game always brings excitement, but this one will certainly be one to watch. The game starts Saturday at 2:30. And going into the rest of the season, new Hawkeyes have gotten the chance to grow close with veteran teammates. DITV sports reporter Aiden Wirtz has more.
Former Virginia linebacker Nick Jackson had 5 tackles and a pass deflection in his first game as a Hawkeye. With many games to come, he is fired up to play alongside his new teammates.
I'm very appreciative of them giving me the opportunity to be a Hawk, and I'm excited. I just love these guys, honestly. It doesn't even feel like I've only been here for a couple months.
I love Nick Jackson. That's one of my favorite guys. He's one of my great friends on the team, and he's such a help to this team.
And on Saturday, Hawkeye fans got their first look at transfer linebacker Nick Jackson right here on this field. But off the field, what they didn't see was how quickly his teammates have embraced number 10.
Jay is hilarious.
We just got close as soon as he got down to campus, and the bonding started, and hopefully it just continues to grow on the field, huh?
Even our away from football, we talk about a lot of football together, so then we're knowing what to expect, and he's helped pour a lot into me about this defense and trying to get me up to speed, and it's been awesome.
And Jackson and his teammates know exactly how important it is to have that team chemistry if they want to walk into the hostile Jack Trice Stadium and bring home the Cy-Hawk trophy. From Kinnick Stadium, Aiden Wirtz, DITV Sports.
Thanks, Aiden. And as the Hawkeye football team dropped out of the national rankings, another Hawkeye squad jumped to number 1 in the country. Let's bring in DITV Sports reporter Vivian Samoski, who is live outside Grant Field to talk to us about Hawkeye field hockey. Vivian, I heard that the Lady Hawks flew right up the rankings list. What do you got?
Well, AJ, I say they're soaring above the competition so far this season. Their energy is electric as they just took the number 1 spot in the country. These Lady Hawks are 4-0 on this season, and they just took the biggest win in Chapel Hill. This is insane. They're the number 1 spot in the country, and these girls are like no other. They want to keep this number 1 spot in the country, and they're going to continue that throughout the season. Now they're getting ready to play Central Michigan this Friday, and we're going to see if these Hawkeyes can continue their number 1 spot and show the rest of the country what they're made for. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Vivian. And after sweeping Fry Fest over the weekend, the Hawkeye Volleyball team now face their undefeated rival in the Iowa State Cyclones. While the Cyclones hold a 5-0 record coming into tonight, the Hawkeyes will have home court advantage at Extreme Arena at 6. Iowa's Caitlin Buettner will be the player to watch tonight as she leads the team with 80 points and could be a key factor to a Hawkeye upset. Now, Johnny, a lot of Cy-Hawk things are going on this week with the volleyball team today and then the football team this weekend. And the Iowa soccer team defeated the Cyclones last week. They're currently up 1-0 on the Cy-Hawk series.
Yes, I was there, and the atmosphere there, it was a phenomenal atmosphere, and I can't wait to go cover the volleyball game tonight. Very excited for that, and watching the game this weekend is going to be huge.
It's absolutely going to be a blast.
And that will be all for us. Have a great day. I'm Johnny Volman.
And I'm AJ Reister.